let's look at this for a minute. Okay. Once you have the data pulled up, you have your weather map and you can see triangles on it, see where you are. You're right in the center, and all this stuff is sort of heading down around you. What you want to do is click on each one, or blow this up even more and find out exactly which ones are in your area and which ones are heading in your direction. Not the ones that are gone by, because they can't go back, but north, south, east, west, where you are in relation to the storm front. Some of it has gone by, some of it's on top of you. You've heard it already. Even if you're in that, you kind of know you're on top of it and you catch it late, but you see a warning over here and it looks like it could head your direction, but you want to know the scope of where this is. Click on each thing that you're concerned with. This one is of concern, but it doesn't have any. You click on it, doesn't have any severe warnings. It just looks like high wind. There's wind over here. The yellow is usually an indicator of wind. Green is an indicator of rain. You've already gotten wind and rain. You see that things are blowing around. You're not want to know if there's a severe storm heading in your direction. So you go back to NOAA weather radio. If you have a weather cube, you can purchase one of those as well. It'll tell you weather in your area, but again, it's general, and it'll be more specific if you go to Weather Underground, which you should keep open if you're in severe weather. Either keep open or keep tabs on the track location. So click on this again, blow it up, and get more severe. You're in the center here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 potential things that are in range, and you know your GPS location from previous. You write that down. Write it down with a bunch of spaces, or keep that as your general. That's what you got. If you have multiple sources to write it down or keep track of it, great. You want to keep track of your GPS, not just at your home, but when you're out and about and you're doing things out and about. You want to keep track of the weather if there is anything coming. And given your general GPS location, you want to write that down. Even if it's within 200 feet of where you are, you want to write down that spot, because generally storms are wider than 200 feet. Even a storm track of a tornado can be several hundred, if not several thousand feet wide, and the devastation in the track of a storm is not just a tiny little path. It's a huge area. It's a swath. You see things ripped out in the very center of it, because that's where the swirly was. I call it a swirly because that's what it looks like on a map. It's a little spiral in red. And usually those are a long ways off, and the chance of them hitting you is really low, unless you're in the direct line of a tornado general path and you've been hit by tornadoes before. Your property has been through it before. So what you're looking for is each one of these that is close to you and that is in range. Click on it and get its GPS location and get its data. And down here you'll see tornado impact. So you get storm tracks data. So for each one, what comes up is storm track data, and that will have on it generally the time is up top, the direction it's heading, the speed at which it's moving in miles per hour, and its GPS location. Write those down, the GPS location and your location and time. Write those down quickly and calculate the distance between you and the storm and the speed that it's moving. I don't know the exact calculation, but the distance divided by time, or time divided by distance, that's something you can find. I don't want to get into that right now, but it's easy to figure out how long it'll take. Also, you have on each of those triangles, going forward, each of those increments is 15 minutes. So this, for the most part, this one is already in your direction. 15, 30, 45 minutes has gone by and another 15 minutes and you're into that 15 minutes window already. That thing isn't very far away, but you're really sort of on the edge of its track. There's a potential, but say the storm is for the most part going, and you see it in your earlier one, east-northeast. So east-northeast is that direction-ish, but this one is one of the ones that was up here that's coming down this way. It's a mix. Storms happen usually a mix of air going one direction and another. You have generally warm air rising up through the south to the north, and you have cool air higher than it. And when those two mix, you get swirls, you get pockets of air in between, and you get condensation. The taller storm condenses the lower storm, and you have the rise of moisture up into the upper atmosphere, and that causes convection. And then you have storm warnings, and you have a band of convection clouds between the upper storm, which is from the north, and the lower weather, which is from the south. When those two mix, they cause convection. So a storm track is generally a convection cloud or set of clouds which is moving in a particular direction. And they'll move from north to south, they'll move east to west, sometimes they'll spin back around. The spinning back around is an indication that somewhere in the center of that, if they, you'll have some going this way, some going this way, some going that way, some going that way. This one is coming in. That is what has happened with this. Somewhere out here, it swirled around, and as it came in, that convection is causing a swirl between the upper atmosphere and the lower. It's causing that because it's coming in from two different directions, and one wants to go one way and one wants to go the other way, and when they mix, they cause a twisting effect. If it happens enough and quickly, it causes a swirl, which is not great, but you see it in the two different directions in the storm itself. Coming down closer, you'll click on each one, and each one will give you data. This is, of course, the most critical because it is heading in your direction, but click on the ones that are imminent first. This one is still a ways out. It hasn't hit you yet, and it's not going to hit you in 15 minutes. This one is, and this one is going to hit you in half an hour-ish. It's already raining, but the severe part is going to happen sooner than the whole rain. It's going to happen sooner than this one, and it's going to happen sooner than this one. They can't hit you instantly. Also, because this one isn't in your range yet, there's a possibility that it'll be south, that it'll be north. You have to look at the direction it's going. So you can click on that based on your location and go there first, but I would start with that which is imminent, that which is coming in your direction. You're in the cone of this one. That one is obvious. It's going in that direction. You're right in the middle of it. This one, it might miss you because you're only in the cone of where it's going to miss. It's probably going that direction, and you're probably going to miss that part of it. You're going to get some of the impacts of all of this. One, you've got rain. You've got hail in one of them. That's going to happen in the next 2 hours. You're going to get hail. You've got rain, you're probably going to get hail. And that may be downgraded based on what is happening with each one. As they get closer, see what they've got. Click on them and all of your data comes up. Keep track of the important data to you and the impact. The higher the number in here, like I'm looking at tornado impact of this is 0.5 out of 10. It's pretty low. Hail impact is 0.01, so nothing. Wind impact, 4.2 out of 10. You're going to get some wind. Lightning impact, that's really hard to track because unless it's a severe lightning storm only, which has just lightning all over the place, it's hard for National Weather Service to track that, and even Wonderground to track that. they're looking at individual strikes, and if the strikes are far apart in other severe weather, they're not going to have any data. So it's insignificant data, which will be 2 dashes, versus 0. All of these will have some number by them, and the number may be 0. If there is no number and there are dashes, then that data is unrecordable because it's either too infrequent or because there's not enough of it to collect. Flooding impact. Say in here, the storm has gone by for the most part, and that's not available. So then you're looking at the important things. You have the chance of a tornado, the chance of hail, a pretty good chance of wind, and not much else. And if you look at severe, scroll down and look at severe stuff for your area. 8 out of 10 for severe weather. Hail impact is 7.2 for your area. The probability of severe hail is 0.7 out of 10, which is pretty low. Hail size is 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. It'll give you 1/10 of an inch or an inch, or that number if it doesn't say right there. And then probability of hail is 5 out of 10. That's a 50-50 chance. Precipitation rate is 3.5 inches per hour, or 3.5. That'll generally be inches per hour. That's for the precipitation rate of the center of the storm or the storm impact. You look outside and you think, yeah, we probably got 1/2 inch of rain so far. The precipitation rate is based on past information, what has gone by already, and how much has dropped in storm total between when it first arrived and when it has left the area. That is old information, and that may not be relevant to this moment. It's relevant to the storm total. The storm top in your area is 9,053. That means the clouds are fairly low and they haven't built up enough to be significant here to give you anything significant. For the most part, they've gone by and they're out of the range. Look at the ones then that are more of a concern. Wait 15 minutes and see where these are at in 15 minutes. Click on them again. Look at the map again, where you are in relation to the severe weather. There's severe weather all around you. It's been happening, and 15 minutes goes by. Things are bumped up. You have 2 or 3 major things in your area. Maybe you have multiples in your area, and you're looking at the data that matters to you most in this time is your location, latitude, longitude, and the storm location, latitude, longitude, how fast the storm is moving, and the direction it's moving in. In this one, you get the data, your location, the storm location, and your data, your GPS, the storm's GPS, the direction it's moving, east, northeast. That puts this one in your scope, that puts this one in your scope. Look at the speed each of those is moving. It's moving at 15 miles an hour. It's kind of slow. It has roughly an hour and a quarter to get to you, whereas the other one is potentially 2 hours away. Look at each of those and compare that data with yours. Its location, its direction, and the speed at which it's moving. Each of these has similar data, whatever, and determine how fast each of those will get to you given that calculation. Go back online and look at that number. When those things are right on top of you, you'll notice those numbers have changed. In your same data, the important ones that I'm looking at is 1, which of these is most significant? We've got 3 out of 8 of them. And down here, number 2, we've got a couple of them. We're looking at storm top. Come back down to your imminent, click on each one and get the data. Click on it, click back out. Get the data, you know where the data for you is, and click on the data for these 2, which are imminent. They are anywhere from half an hour away to 45 minutes away, because you are in that range, and they are not heading directly for you, but you're in the range of both of those storms. And sometimes there will be so many storms on top of you, you can't actually see any. Just click on any one of them and you'll get the impact roughly of all of them at the same time. What you're looking for is tornado impact, which at this point, your tornado impact is 0.01, not 0.5. That's gone down. That's out of the way. It's not actually heading in your direction. And if you click on that, you'll see that it is actually heading north-northeast, whereas from it to you is east. So if it's heading north-northeast, it's not heading in your direction. So that's out of the scope. Keep an eye on it though, because tornadoes do follow land masses, and if there's a mountain range or if there's a valley between you and it's heading in a particular direction, it may hit the valley and pick up speed and bounce back. They go a little more radically, but they're not going to move as fast as what's right in front of you. This one is only a few minutes out, half an hour out. You still have plenty of time to look at the data and compare. So you're looking at the data from this one. You pull it up and you have hail impact, you have wind impact, you have lightning impact, and you have flooding impact. It's changed significantly because it's a lot closer. Your hail impact is now 8 out of 10, and your hail size is important. Your wind impact is 9.5 out of 10, which is significant. Your lightning impact is 9 out of 10, which is significant. Your flooding impact is 0.3 out of 10, which doesn't matter. Your storm top is now, on that one, 23,068 feet, which means that it's stacked so high, the chance of it getting to you is really, really good. Whereas if it was 9,000 feet back here and you had the same data, the chance of it getting to you and meaning anything is insignificant. It's probably going to go the wrong direction. Also, look at the direction that it's going and determine that both of these are moving east at, look at the speed, 15 miles an hour was before. Now they're moving at 29 miles an hour. So this is 30 minutes away. They're moving at 29 miles an hour. So at 29 miles an hour, it's going to hit. You're going to start getting those effects pretty soon. It's heading in your direction, so you have exactly half an hour before you have impact of those storms, which are speeding up slightly as they go. It's not going to be a whole lot faster than 29 miles an hour by the time it gets to you. It may even be slowed down, but that was, this data was, say, hours ago, and this is more relevant. You're clicking on those storms and determining as you go what is going to hit and what is more significant of an impact. Thank you again for staying tuned with this, and this is going up on several different sites because it's very critical to moving forward and to understanding weather and knowing that data ahead of time. So this is just to give you a general idea. I'm not going to get down in there and describe each bullet line, but tell you what is important. Thank you again for watching. This is Jem for weather on my weather channel, and this is severe weather. And thank you for watching. Also, this will be on several other sites as general warnings and what you should be aware of and so forth. Again, thank you for watching and stay tuned. Cheers.